And in reference to this, we have some breaking news coming in. Afghanistan says its Air Force has conducted coordinated airstrikes in 4 sites in Pakistan. These strikes targeted a military camp near Faizabad, Islamabad, a military base in Nowshera, military positions in Jamrud, and additional locations in Abbottabad. The ministry claimed that the aerial operation was successfully executed, targeting key Pakistani military bases, command centers, and strategic facilities. These strikes were carried out in response to the aerial strikes by Pakistani forces in Kabul, Kandahar, and Paktika. And to discuss more, we're now being joined by senior international journalist and political analyst, Dr. Wael Awad. He's joining us live. Thank you so much for joining us right now. This is the latest that we know. Afghanistan has now hit back, and we know that Pakistan's defense minister, Khwaja Asif, says it is now open war between Pakistan and Afghanistan's Taliban government. Do you see the beginning of a full-on war now?
Well, it's unlikely that it will go at the full-scale war, but the skirmish will continue for some time because it's the tit for tat. The Pakistani says they attack, and the Afghani also retaliate. So, however, will continue unless and until there is a discussion, serious discussion, and political will to stop this madness. The all-out war is also still an option.
And these, when you talk about mediation, multiple rounds of peace talks have been hosted by Qatar, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. Do you see any of these talks happening now?
It will happen because, see, the escalation has taken the new thresholds, which neither of these two countries can afford to take. If now the Taliban is using their aircraft and attacking posts in Pakistan, it is a similar that Pakistanis also will retaliate, and that will make more complicating the situation right now. And that therefore the number of the killed in both sides, and everybody claiming that he killed more than 100 or more than 150, plus some of the soldiers have been taken into captivity. I think it's a time for a mediation of the countries which have already recognized the Taliban as well.
And we had some Arab countries taking part in this mediation. Do you see any U.S. intervention in this conflict anytime soon?
Surprisingly, the U.S. have not said anything, and we all know that when the U.S. left in a hurry, when they withdrew from Afghanistan and they brought back the Taliban after spending $1 trillion, is they left behind weapons more than $80 billion, and that give you a hint that what is actually the game plan for the current scenario in Afghanistan. Is it the Taliban the target, or is it the IS Khorasan, the Daesh, which have been creating space for them in the border between Afghanistan and Pakistan? What is the game plan that the United States is keep on watching without even President Trump not coming forward to have a kind of a ceasefire between the two rivals?
And contrastingly, China has reacted.
Yes, China have reacted and called for a mediations, and they will be playing the card because they have a good relation with Pakistan as per the corridors, the economic corridor they have been creating, and the citizen of Chinese citizen have been targeted by the Baluch forces on the Baluchistan area of Pakistan, and therefore Pakistan and Afghanistan, it is in their interest if the Chinese can do any mediating role.
Right, and there seems to be multiple flashpoints here. There is the TTP, then there's the Duran line, and also the refugee deportations. What kind of solution do you think can be taken after, if at all, a ceasefire takes place?
See, it's a very complex situation. Ever since the Taliban have regained power in Afghanistan, there was an expulsion of Afghani from Pakistan and from Iran, which compounded the economic hardship situation on the Afghan government, and that also gave a very good ground for recruiting, militants and extremists among the refugees. This have been the main issue for the Afghani government. And secondly, the Taliban Pakistan, Tehreek Pakistan, these are a group also which is considered to be anti-Pakistan establishment, and they have been active at the border, where Pakistan is claiming that the Taliban are giving them shelter and allowing them to attack, while Taliban says that we have nothing to do with them. Most of these leaders are inside Pakistan, and Pakistan should handle its own internal problem. Durand line is the third one, which is a long line between the two countries, which has not been recognized officially till date by Afghanistan, also has been a point of dispute. So the situation has to be, I think, the what we call the lawyer jirga in both sides should sit across the table and decide the future, because if this war go out of control, both will be bleeding. I mean, the Afghani claim that they have 50,000 suicidal bombers, and the Pakistani claiming that they have the superiority in the air attacks and all. So give you an indication that both sides are sticking to their point, which is not helpful for any peaceful solution.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, Dr. WION The World. He's a senior international journalist and political analyst. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.